What's up, guys? Matt here with another edition of What's Sold on eBay and our weekly update. Today is Christmas Eve, so hopefully you guys are going to be able to celebrate with your family today and tomorrow. I'm actually getting ready to go to my parents' house right after this video to celebrate Christmas. I got my Christmas sweater on here. Pretty much a tradition for me to wear some sort of funky or fun sweater on Christmas. But just wanted to give you guys a weekly update. This week we had 20 sales total, which, to be honest, was better than I thought. We had a really strong Sunday. Saturday, I don't think I sold anything on Saturday. And Sunday, I made I think we had like 4 or 5 sales on Sunday. And most of this came really late Sunday night and really early Monday morning. So a pretty strong back half of the one day, really, Sunday. And then the rest of the week was just kind of, you know, what you expect right leading up to Christmas. Once it got to the point where people couldn't order things on eBay anymore and get them before Christmas, things obviously slowed down, but we still had a few sales here and there. So 20 sales for me was, I guess, better than I expected. This is my very first kind of holiday, fourth quarter Christmas season on eBay. So I guess I expected worse. So I was pretty happy with 20 sales, even though obviously that's much lower than what we normally average. But anyway, with only 20 sales, I kind of wanted to get, I got a few pretty interesting things sourcing this week. Things that are definitely out of my comfort zone. If you guys have watched these videos, you see that I mostly sell toys, video games, board games. You know, those are kind of the electronics. Those are kind of the items that I look for the most. And I've been trying to increase the knowledge I have in other categories, and just kind of taking a little bit more time at the thrift stores looking at other things that I typically wouldn't look at. And I found a few things. I found one item that was in my wheelhouse of board games, but I wanted to show it to you guys and kind of give you my thoughts on it. And a couple other things that are definitely not in my wheelhouse. So let's get started with that. Like I said, we only had 20 sales, so I wanted to do a kind of a longer section for what the kind of weekly update and showing you guys what I got sourcing. So the first thing that I picked up was some clothing. These are some Velva Sheen 1991 vintage sweatshirts with there was, at the thrift store, there was 8 of these with 8 different teams and colleges. So Velva Sheen is actually a Cincinnati based company from, I don't know if they're still around, but I remember when I was a kid in the 90s, we had Velva Sheen sweatshirts and stuff. They were kind of a brand that you could, you know, lower income families could afford, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I always thought they were really cool sweatshirts, and they always had all different kinds of teams and stuff. So this is a Baltimore Orioles sweatshirt. I'm just showing this one because it's just the one that I picked, but there was one for Colorado Rockies, a couple for the Chicago White Sox, one for Penn State University, Indiana University, Michigan University. So there's different ones. But you can see there's 1991 is the copyright. Just really cool sweatshirts, and they were in really, really good condition. To be honest, it seemed like they had never even really been worn. You would think if they had been worn, like the collar part was still really tight, where if someone had worn this quite a bit, that collar kind of gets stretched out from washing and stuff. But they were just in really good condition. Pretty nice, I thought. I paid $5 a sweatshirt, and I'm going to try to get 50 for them, $49.95. Now that's, or best offer. And I think that probably isn't what I'm going to end up getting. But if someone offered me, say, 30 bucks, I would be okay with that. And not too bad. Not a whole lot of risk with these because they're $5. And as you guys know, I don't sell a whole lot of clothes. So this is a category that I'm trying to take, you know, try to buy some more things in this category and take a little bit of chances with it. You know, because I do so well in the categories that I'm familiar with, that I'm okay with spending a little money and taking some chances in other categories. So I think that's kind of where the business for me has grown, where I pretty much stayed with my bread and butter items because I knew I could make the money. And then when I started to kind of get a little bit of a bankroll, then I'm starting to kind of branch out and pay a little bit more or take some chances in other categories. So just wanted to show you guys this sweatshirt. I just thought it was really nice. These vintage, and like I said, Velva Sheen is a Cincinnati-based company, so I'm very familiar with them. So there's that. So hopefully we'll get around 50 for it, but I would take 30, I guess, would be okay with me. I'd be okay with that. All right, here's another thing that I finally got listed. My wife put all these Legos together. This was part of that huge Lego Harry Potter lot that I got over the summer. So there was a bunch of Harry Potter stuff and then a bunch of like sports Legos in there. And this was the most of it was soccer stuff. So this is all the soccer sets that were in there. I think there was, you can see them listed in the title here. There was just a bunch of different sets. So my wife put all these together, and it was pretty complete. It was really only missing a few minor pieces. So I'm listing it at, you know, as missing some pieces. You know, look at the pictures, check the description, that kind of stuff. But we listed this for $129.95 plus free shipping. So hopefully we'll get around that. I think we have best offer as well on there. But like I said, I only paid $10 for all of those Legos. So even if someone offered me 80 or 100 for this, I would probably take it because I have so little into this lot. But just wanted to show you guys that I actually got some more. I mean, you guys have seen me sell minifigures because those are the easiest and usually the biggest money makers. But if, you know, finally, like I said, my wife, I was just going to kind of lot all this stuff up and sell it as is. But she was like, oh, I'll put them together and see how close we can get to complete sets. And so she finally got the soccer stuff done. She's working on the Harry Potter stuff soon. So she's got a lot of that put together, but hopefully we'll get that posted as well. So I wanted to show you that. And then I wanted to show you a couple other things that I picked up thrifting. Definitely not in my category at all. I don't know that I've ever sold anything like this before. But this is Littonware microwavable like dishes. These are, I guess, old. From the 90s maybe. To be honest, I'm not really sure. I was very surprised when I looked these up that these had some good value. These are like old school Littonware. Some of you guys will probably know exactly what this is, but this is definitely not in my wheelhouse at all. These were $1.25 a piece. I picked them up, and the reason I looked them up was they just feel like they're good quality, I guess. I don't know. They looked cool, and they feel like there's something. So that is what triggered me to actually look this up. But they're in really good condition. I got 2 of them. I went ahead and lotted them both up together for, I think, $40. So about $20 a piece on these. Like I said, I only paid $1.25 each, so we got $2.50 into that. But just wanted to show you guys that this is kind of me stepping out of my comfort zone and taking some chances on some other stuff. Now, the item that is definitely in my wheelhouse that I wanted to show you guys because it's got a good story and kind of wanted to drop a, you know, give you guys a little knowledge on what I look for when I look for this kind of thing. This is Catan, the board game. This is the 2-player version. That's like a 2-player card game. So board games are right in my wheelhouse. And the reason I picked this up, first off, Catan is a very popular board game. This was $2 at the thrift store. So before I bought it, even at $2, if it was just the 2-player, this is the 2-player deluxe set. If it was just that, I would have been, you know, I probably would have picked up and probably kept it in my collection because me and my wife do like to play the Catan games. We've never played this 2-player card game one, but the original Catan games we definitely like. But the reason, kind of, I guess what I wanted to share with you guys is what I look for when I buy board games. If they're new and sealed, obviously, there's not really much to look at. But for me, what I look for when I open a board game that I know has a lot of pieces is how it's kept in there. How well is it kept? So when I opened this one up, you can see whoever owned this took pretty good care of it because they individually like wrapped in these Ziploc baggies each set of cards. So there's a bunch of different sets of cards. So each one of these were individually wrapped. To me, that shows that whoever owned this cared for this, and this is probably going to be complete because they took such good care of it. So if you open a box of a board game and you see that all the pieces are all scattered about and there's really no care for it, then there's a pretty good chance, you know, not always, but there's a pretty good chance that that's not complete. So you would want to kind of look at that a little bit closer. But when I open a box and it looks like this, where all these things are individually wrapped, I usually look at that and go, this is probably complete. And of course, you want to, you know, make sure the instruction booklets are there. The other cool thing about this was, and I saw this when I was looking through it, was it isn't just the 2-player card game, this part. They actually bought extra expansion packs for this game. So they had the base game. They liked it so much that they bought expansion packs. So it comes with a couple of expansion packs, which absolutely adds to the value of this game. So for $2, I'll probably end up listing this for like 60 or 70 with the expansion packs and everything. It's so well taken care of. The box is in good condition. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys that and what I think, you know, kind of how I look when I go to the thrift store. What do I look for when I look at board games? I obviously look and see how well it was taken care of. If the pieces, if I open the box and the pieces are all scattered about and it just doesn't look like it's very cared for, I usually don't buy those unless it was some sort of special rare game or something where it wouldn't matter if it was complete. But, you know, for those $20 to $30 games that I do buy a lot of, you definitely want to make sure that those are complete. But that was $2, and Catan is a game that I enjoy, so I was like, well, there's no point in not buying this. But I think that's it for the show and tell part of this video. But let's get into the what's actually sold on eBay. Like I said, we had 20 sales this week. Like I said, pretty happy about that, considering, you know, with Christmas here this week. So let's get right into that. First off, we have a Sonic Riders Zero Gravity game for the Nintendo Wii. This was part of a Wii bundle that I got a while back. Had a couple of games. I already have this game, so there's no reason for me to keep it. This sold for $8.95 plus free shipping, so $2.66 to ship. Just 3 pictures. You know, like I said, since I already had it, there was no reason for me to keep it, even though it was a cheap game. But sold this. It didn't take long. Couple of weeks, maybe a month, and I can't really say how much I have into this. $1 maybe less, depending on how many listings I got, and I can't really remember how much I paid for the whole Wii lot, but I would say around $1 would be a pretty good guess on this. And we got $8.95 plus free shipping, so not a whole lot of profit, but again, I already had this game, so there's no reason to keep it. Alright, here's a really nice sale and something to be on the lookout for. This is a BoPET Extreme 2. This is actually the first time I've ever found an Extreme 2. I've sold a bunch of just regular BoPETs that look like this. They're white. But this is like the second version of that, I guess. I actually got this from Goodwill, surprisingly, for $3. It was actually well priced. And I got $27.95 plus shipping. So we got nearly, I think I nearly got $38 with shipping included on this. We paid $3. So pretty nice sale. And you do see these. I won't say you see BoPET Extreme 2 very often, but you will definitely see just the BoPET Extreme often. And I can usually sell the BoPET Extremes for, I don't know, around 20 or so. So a little less than this. And I find them at garage sales and thrift stores for like $1, $2, $3, something like that. So these are definitely things that if you're, you know, trying to build feedback, or, you know, you're okay with making kind of a smaller sales, you'll see these quite often. So this was a pretty decent sale, I think. And again, the first time I'd ever seen a BoPET Extreme 2. Alright, here's a decent sale as well. Got this from the Valley Thrift Store. This is a FisherPrice Trios Bricks set. It's a Western town for ages 4 to 7. This was brand new and sealed. I bought this for $6 at Valley Thrift Store. And like I said, it was complete and sealed, never been opened. Had this for, I would say, maybe a month and a half. And right around Christmas time, someone messaged me and said, I really want to buy this. Hopefully it gets to me before Christmas. Thankfully, they were in Ohio as well, so it got there with plenty of time. But we got $54.95 plus shipping for this. And like I said, I spent $6 on that. Had it for a month and a half, maybe. Sold right around the time that I thought it would, Christmas. Alright, here's an interesting sale. This is a Harbinger like weightlifting belt. My wife bought these several months ago. I would say maybe in September at Myers, which is kind of like a Walmart here in Ohio. This is all this stuff was on sale, like the outdoors weightlifting fitness type things, sports stuff was all on sale at the end of the summer. I think she paid $3 for this. Had this for a while. We had 3 of these. It was very odd. I had 3 of these, never any action or anything on these, and then all of a sudden in one day we sold 2. We sold this one for $15.95 plus shipping, and we sold this one for $15.95 plus shipping. It was very odd. Like I always mention this in videos, like how weird it is that you don't sell any and then all of a sudden you sell several. So back-to-back sales, it was my phone cha-ching, it was this. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. We finally sold one of those belts. And then like 10-15 minutes to a different person cha-ching. I was like, wait a minute, I just looked at that. Why did eBay just tell me about that again? And I went and looked further, and I was like, wait a minute, we sold 2 in a row. So pretty cool. Like I said, we paid around $3 for these. They were on clearance sale. We got $15.95 plus shipping. So for some retail arbitrage action, not too bad. Alright, here's a VTech cordless phone handset charger. Just a part of a lot of VTech phone stuff that I bought a while back. Don't have a whole lot of phone stuff left, to be honest. I don't really find it a whole bunch anymore. Like, over the summer, I was finding a ton of phone systems and things and buying them all up and making pretty good money. Lately, I haven't found any for months. So, I'm starting I had a huge bunch of this phone stuff, and it's all starting to dwindle down. And the smaller stuff is starting to sell. So $7.95 plus shipping. I have maybe 40 or 50 cents into this once you average it all out. But just, again, easy feedback builders, easy things to test, easy things to list. So some good starter items for someone who's just starting eBay. Alright, here's an official Nintendo GameCube AV cord. I think this also works for like N64 and Super Nintendo, that little plug. So anyway, a few videos ago with the really nice video game haul that I got, I bought a Nintendo GameCube, and it had the cords and stuff, and I sold the cords separately from I sold console only, and then I sold the 2 cords separate, and this is the first one of the cords to sell. We got $11.95 plus free shipping on that, so an official Nintendo AV cable. Alright, here's some ink that my dad gave me. My dad gave me this ink. He bought a new printer, so he was like, oh, I got a bunch of ink that I don't need anymore, because it obviously doesn't work on my new printer. Would you want to sell it on eBay? Is it something you can sell on eBay? I said, yeah, probably. So a bunch of sealed inks. We sold one, I think, in the last video. This was 6 ink cartridges. We got $22.95 plus free shipping. So thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. Sold pretty quickly, like a couple of weeks. Alright, here's a Lego Harry Potter minifigure. This is Remus Lupin, who apparently turns into a wolf at some point. But we got $19.95 plus free shipping. Had him for a while. Had him listed for probably a couple of months now. Don't have a whole lot of Harry Potter minifigures left. We've pretty much sold through them all. And again, got this out of that $10 Lego bin that I've been talking about for months now, because I always sell stuff from out of that bin. But pretty cool sale, and I would say maybe a penny into this. When you average it all out, probably less than that. But $19.95 plus free shipping, so pretty good. Alright, here's just a cheap, sharp remote, and I wanted to talk about remotes because I get asked this question pretty often. I would say every couple of videos someone asks me, how do you test remotes? Do you have the units? How do you know that this works? And the way that the way that I test them, and I learned this from other resellers, is you just put batteries in there, and you open your camera on your phone, and you point, it has the little indicator light on the top. You point that at your camera on your phone, and the camera will pick up that light. So you just look at your phone, you point that at the camera, and you press all the buttons. So that's how I test these things. And then the light will, the little indicator light will light up, and I press every button on the remote. And that's as far as I go when it comes to testing. So I've sold a ton of remotes, as you guys know, through all these videos. That's how I've tested every one, and I think I've had one return in, what will be nearly 6 months now. 6 months of selling remotes, I've had one return, so not too bad. But that's how I test remotes. I get that question pretty often. How do you test that remote? And that's how you do it. So, all right, here's our watch box of the week. This is a Belova. Right there. Got these from Elder Beerman closing sales. I think these were 60 cents a piece on the Belova watch box. But just to get a watch box, if you had a watch, this is the box that you would get at the store. Retail arbitrage. We got these for, like I said, 60 cents. Had a bunch of these. Finally sold. I think this was the last one of the Belova. We had a bunch of different brands, so not too bad. $16.95 plus shipping on this. And like I said, I usually sell 1 or 2 of these watch boxes a week, as you guys know. Alright, here's some fuzzy Footies. You may recognize these from a video I did a couple of videos ago with a mystery box unboxing. These fuzzy Footies were in that box. I don't know what else to say. They were in there. They were, I don't know how much I can tell you I have into it. I think I bought the box for $5. Got a bunch of different listings out of there, so I made 50 cents into these. We got $10.95 plus free shipping, so I guess not too bad for a mystery box. Paid for the box. Alright, here's a wife find. She got this off of an online auction site. This is a Samsung quad leg TV base. Like a stand, a TV stand. So, not too bad. You can see the sticker there, 46 by 55. Kind of a little bit of a pain to ship, but it wasn't too bad, I guess. But She bought this for $1. She won the auction for $1, and we got $29.95 plus shipping on that. So not too bad there. Good job, wife. Good job, finance department. All right, here's a really nice sale. Picked this up from the thrift store, St. Vincent de Paul. Paid $6 for this. The reason I thought this was cool is this is a Panasonic 2-speed massager. I didn't even know Panasonic made massagers. I've never seen one before. I've sold a ton of Homedics. I sold a couple of Thumper brand. Never knew that Panasonic made handheld massagers, but there it is. Came with the original box, which was cool. The massager itself was in really good condition. It wasn't all beat up or anything. Tested it out, worked great. Like I said, paid $6 for this. Sold this for $79.95 plus shipping, so around $90 I got for this. And it sold within 2 or 3 days of listing. So if you see these Panasonic massagers, these, yeah, snatch these up. These are really quick sellers and really cool, but kind of unique, I think, to find a Panasonic one. All right, here's a board game. It's I guess a board game kind of. This is an Escape the Room game. This is brand new and sealed. Had this for a while, probably since the summer. Paid $3 for this at St. Vincent de Paul. We sold it for $15.95 plus shipping. So just like a little kit to do like a mystery party, a party event for gatherings of 3 to 8 people. So kind of like one of those Escape the Rooms, solve the murder mystery dinner type things. So like I said, paid $3, sold for $15.95 plus shipping. All right, here's a wife find as well. We were at St. Vincent de Paul. They had all kinds of brand new stuff that they just put out on the floor. This is a gripster. It's for like iPad minis and stuff. You see there, you put your mini in there, and it has a little stand on there. You can put it on your hand, carry it in a little case. So pretty nice. I think we paid $4 for this, and we sold it for $19.95 plus shipping. And this sold pretty quickly, to my surprise. This sold actually sold global shipping program. Sold within 3 or 4 days of listing it, so maybe a week. So not too bad. All right, here is Eternal Darkness Sanctities Requiem, Nintendo GameCube. This is the booklet. This is the instruction booklet only. I got this out of a storage unit that I had a video for a while ago. This was just, this game wasn't actually in there. It was just a manual. And if you guys ever find manuals and stuff, that kind of stuff does sell, because collectors usually, if they find the game in the case to complete the game, they would need the manual. So they come on eBay and buy manuals off of eBay. So you can usually get money for manuals, instruction booklets, and things like that. So if you see them at garage sales, someone has a stack of manuals, they don't have the games, definitely pick them up, because they will sell. So $11.95 plus free shipping is what I got for this. And like I said, I got this in a storage unit. Can't really say how much I have into this, per piece, but yeah, but it sold, and it took a while, a couple of months, but you just need to find that right collector who needs this to complete this game. So they do sit around for a little while, but they will sell for sure. All right, here's another decent find. Went to a yard sale over the summer, and I bought a Disney's Little Mermaid, like a talking vanity, like for kids. And the reason I bought it was because on this vanity, it was $7 for the whole vanity, and it had a little stool, but it had a bunch of little pieces and parts on it that get lost, and people come onto eBay and buy the parts off of eBay to replace them. So this is the shell. There's like a little shell. There was like a little sink, I guess, and this is like the sink dish. But pretty interesting find. Made a ton of money off that with like a $7 investment. We sold a bunch of parts already. I probably made close to $100 on this stuff so far, and I have a few more pieces left. But anyway, just thinking outside the box. And then the vanity itself, after I took the pieces off that you could remove and sell on eBay, I actually gave the vanity to my sister, because my niece, who was like 1, likes to just stand there and look in the mirror. But yeah, it had a little mirror, lights up and stuff. It was pretty cool. But yeah, but I took all the pieces off of it, sold on eBay, and like I said, I maybe 50 cents in this, and we got $12.95 plus shipping. So we only have a few more pieces of those Little Mermaid vanity stuff left. All right, here's a really nice wife find. Over the summer, we went to a church rummage sale, and we found this Nikon PyMag waterfall gravity water system. It was a box that was like some sort of water system, And inside the box, so that it was brand new, but with the open box, and then inside the box it had this replacement filter. We paid $8 for the whole thing. We already sold the actual bait, like the actual the water system itself. We took the replacement filter out and sold it separately to make a little bit more money on it. I think the original part sold for a couple $100, so it was really nice. Like I said, we only paid $8 for it. So, and then the replacement filter finally sold. It took a while, 3 months probably, 4 months, but we got $44.95 plus shipping out of it. So not too bad. It was still sealed in there, as you can see. So we made a lot of money off that $8 investment. And the last sale of the week is a Craftsman garage door kit. This is a garage door opener for different Craftsman garages and things. I think it works for some other sales. As my dogs bark in the background, sorry about that. But I actually bought this yesterday. Me and my dad went to a few thrift stores. He wanted to go, so I was like, yeah, we can go. And we got this actually from Goodwill. It was marked for $10 because it was 50% off for people who are 50 and over, we got it for $5. And it sold within 2 hours for $62.95 plus free shipping. So pretty decent sale there. Like I said, it only took a couple of hours. Just a Craftsman Universal Radio Control Conversion Kit. But that's it for this week, guys. Hopefully you found some knowledge in this video. I appreciate you guys, as always, watching the video, likes, comments. It's Christmas Eve, so, you know, if you're going to celebrate Christmas, have a very Merry Christmas and be safe. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks.